Thank you very, very much for your warm welcome, and thank you, Congressman Scott, for those comments. I feel really honored to be on this dais and in this room with so many people who have done so much for the people of Virginia and also for our country. There are so many people out here whose energies have helped make Virginia and our country a better place, and it's truly my honor to be here with you. And Bobby said something that I want to re-emphasize because it is the truth. February the 8th of last year, I announced that I was running for the United States Senate. I had never run for office before. I had $0. I had no campaign staff. And my opponent would shortly receive the most votes for president from the Conservative Political Action Committee annual meeting in Washington, D.C. We were 33 points behind in the polls on a good day. But something happened over a period of months as I attempted to take my case to the people who would do the hard work of the campaign. People started believing in what we were saying and in the issues that we wanted to help resolve. And it was, I think, more than any campaign in recent history, the energy of the people who were out on the streets, going from house to house, making the phone calls, putting the signs out, distributing the literature that made the difference in a campaign where even when the money started coming in, we were outspent 2-1. So I am enormously grateful to all of you. There are many, many of you out here tonight who made that possible. So I am able to do the work that I'm attempting to do because of the efforts of people like all of you in the room. You have my continuing appreciation for that. This is really a temptation, I have to tell you. I do have to go, by the way. The President's making a speech, and I'm supposed to be given some of the media responses. And I have to say, I think probably the best line from the campaign last year, when I was out with the United Mine Workers. How many of y'all have ever heard Cecil Roberts speak? But speaking of ministers, Cecil Roberts is not an ordained minister, but he's truly a Baptist preacher. And he began one of his speeches by saying, he said, you know, I was off on vacation. He said, I came back, I turned on the TV, the president was on the TV, I listened to him for a while, and I finally just said, one of us is crazy. Now, I didn't say that. Cecil Roberts said that. I'm going to be very interested in hearing what the president says tonight. And I'm hoping there will be more logic in it than what we've heard before. I'm not terribly optimistic. Well, I said this is, there's a temptation here. This is a roast. I'm not supposed to be roasted. I'm supposed to be the person who just gives you the news here. And I've come to know and admire Lionel over the last year and a half in a very special way because he did so much to help us. And first of all, let me say, I don't know anyone that I've ever lived in my life that works harder than Lionell Spruill. Then I was thinking, well, you know, I'm a novelist, you know, I write generally good stories. And I was thinking, all right, now if I were a novelist writing about Lionel, I would say, Lionel, when he passes, he goes up to heaven, and the Lord's standing there, and he goes, Lionel, did you believe? And he goes, yes, Lord, I believe. Did you go to church? And he goes, yes, Lord, I went to church. He said, did you go to church regularly? And he said, Lord, there was one Sunday when my friend Jim Webb came down, I went to church 16 times in one Sunday. And Mark, I kind of feel bad for Mark, you know, because he was like His Excellency the Governor. And then there was a time, there may be another time, there was a time when he was thinking about, you know, Commander-in-Chief and the levels of flourishes. He's going to be working all these hard months, and the end result is going to be they'd have to be the junior senator. Actually, I was thinking about that too, Mark. You know, I guess the really good news is when you become the junior senator from Virginia, you don't have to call the senior senator George Allen to try to